Aided by the Banishers, Captain Pennington survived the mutiny. Now they who remain must set old sins aside and build a future, with Pennington or without. Because the captain sees no brighter horizons behind the blackened clouds of his past.
Yet again, we make people face the decisions they've chosen. And I'm sure we're about to face ours as well. I'm Seth on duty. Let's go check on Kate.
Camp is a camp no longer. It's a village. Kate, good day to you. Good to see you back in business.
Red McWraith, what can I do for you?
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll help you if I can.
So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You're tenacious, I'll give you that. But must you push so?
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
Yeah, it was the captain's daughter?
Pennington had a daughter, and you knew her.
I knew her, but not well. Deborah had her in the school and spoke of her from time to time. Shy as a porcupine and twice as prickly, as I recall.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Fair enough, but still, he's not that concerned with the disappearance of his own daughter? What did she look like? Could she have survived alone? Yeah, what'd she look like?
What did Grace look like?
I remember her thin and boyish, encumbered by dresses she hated to wear.
That sounds like Seeker.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done?
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
Okay. That's what we needed to know, so we will leave her for now.
Goodbye to you, Huntress. I look forward to seeing things improve, now that you're in charge.
Thank you, Red. Travel safe.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the cabin in the woods.
What is lurking here?
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
Faded with age. Not to know what it was for.
Ritual circles. Oh. The fog. Where is it coming from? Haha, found it. Away with you. Uh-oh.
Have a bit of this.
Alright, which way should we go now? That fog was stopping us from advancing this way. This looks like a cabin in Decrepit. How to get into it? Aha! Okay, is this not Deborah's cabin, I guess? Okay, we need to just keep looking. Whereabouts do we go? Through here, maybe? No, it's just a chest on this side. Maybe up here. Seeker. Oh, you.
Die, you bastard!
Yeah, up there looks like. So we'll just keep going this way.
This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker?
The spirit chaser, but it's broken.
Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home?
Transcribed ritual of dissimulation. And the greatness of the shadow is found not only in magic, but also in the world beyond. Thanks to this as yet unsuspected power, the darkness becomes an ally, a protective arm that cradles and protects us, allowing a perfect illusion to the untrained eye. Darkness envelop me, protect my illusion from the light, fool the senses, blind my enemies, and allow me to live behind the curtain of an alternate reality. Annotation from Seeker. I'm almost successful. The ritual of dissimulation is not complete enough, but I must be able to perfect it in my own way. Not surprising, coming from a demonology book. They have always been far too narrow-minded to broaden their vision. But with this base, I'll be able to create the perfect illusion spell. Maybe I should go thank him. After all, he took a big risk in copying this ritual. Perhaps. If our paths cross again, then I will thank my latest friend. Who is this mysterious friend?
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Yeah, does Lamentation know anything about it? Rough drawn map of the old hunter's camp in the dark woods. What looks like a small cabin out in the woods a ways has been circled. Where? Oh yeah, wolf tracks, mushroom, a bow drill. Question mark on this. Looks like a cooking fire and some sort of trap.
Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am. Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye.
What else? Draft of a letter. Crossed out, Mistress Comenius. Deborah. Crossed out, may this letter find you. I hope that thanks to you, I can at least be I hope this letter will find you safe and healthy. I did find the hut, but I'm not staying. I can at least be myself, studying all the thing I love. How can anyone be scared of magic? Isn't it a wonderful thing? I have found a safer place, hidden away, a place where I could learn safely and invisible to all. Thanks to you, I may finally live free, away from him and his need for control. He never acted the father, only a tyrant who called the shots and left no place for difference of opinion. He never tried to understand me. Now, all of this belongs in the past, and a new life awaits me. A life where I can no longer have to be his daughter. In a way, he and I can both be free. Thank you for your help. I hope to see you soon. Your student, not Grace Pennington.
Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Oh my. Okay, what should we look at first? The circle?
Same circle as the one on the entrance. But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Seeker drew this. Now we know. She's in the mountains. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Sure.
Okay. But first, I do want to go talk with Captain Pennington and see his take on this matter. So we'll head back to the Mount Pleasant, Fort Jericho, and I will see you up there.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. It's as if you can't wait to leave.
It's not like that. It's complicated.
Aye, alright. I believe you.
Red, come on, man. She told you she's become the thing she hates.
From the invisible.
She hates ghosts and she's a ghost. Give her a break, man. Okay. Back at Fort Jericho. It's still freezing up here. Let's go speak with Captain.
The mood is heavy. What happened?
What have you done with her, Islander?
What, your prisoner? We didn't do anything.
Drop the innocent look, son. I'm not buying. That mutinous varlet escapes her cell and you swan in here without a care in the world. You expect me to believe the two unrelated?
Is he looking for a new scapegoat? Already?
Answer the question, McGrath. Where is Helen Priest?
That's her own.
Any a clue? I didn't even know she'd fled. Whatever she's doing, it's her own endeavour.
She cannot have escaped without help. Again, I smell the deep, dark stench of rebellion.
So dramatic. Should have been an actor.
All right, Captain, settle down. Walk me through what happened.
I don't know what happened, not exactly. The cell keys have vanished, the mutineer with them. Now, her character is one part vinegar and the other malaise. Now, who knows what bitter treason she now foments.
I could tell him that's not our business. It's your own failure, my man.
All due respect, Saul, this is not my circus, and Mrs. Priest is not my clown. This is not Banisher business.
That we know of.
While she remains out there, flapping loose like an undone mainsail, there can be no trust in here. Find her, McGrath, and I shall believe you. Find her, and do what must be done.
What, kill her? Are you mad? We don't kill the living.
What do you know of a young woman named Grace?
I don't know where you heard that name, Banisher, but you should not say it again.
It's important, else I wouldn't ask.
Important or not, you'll have no answer.
After all I've done, I rather think you owe me it.
The Four told you, that much is true. But the debt will be settled some other way.
I read the name on a letter. It was a very interesting missive.
Yeah.
According to this letter, what happened to Grace was entirely your fault.
No! The fault was hers. She was stubborn.
The letter told quite the tale. I'd like to hear your side of it.
I have heard tell, sir, of the contumacious Scots, and I did not hear wrong. For you are indeed relentlessly, perversely, bloody-mindedly obstinate.
That may be so, but we need to get to the bottom of this. She blamed you, or the mystery.
The letter was clear. You're to blame for what happened to her.
She has no one to blame but herself. I tried to prevent it. She would not listen. I hurt her. That, sir, is laughable. I worked hard to make up for her mistakes, so she would not pay the price for them.
Whatever you did seems to have made things worse.
I stood firm. That, sir, is what must be done, and that, sir, is what I do. I stand firm.
You stand in the way. Why are you hiding it?
Why the mystery?
A stubborn and difficult child. Always quick to disobey. Especially when the orders were mine. Never understood her antagonism or hostility. A sheer bloody-minded antipathy. She didn't get it from her mother. Now I have no daughter, and it is all the better for all concerned.
Want to tell me what happened?
If you must know it, I sent her away. I exiled her.
Why? Why would you do that?
She left me with no choice. I caught her in an act of sin. I caught her reading, studying. Witchcraft, sir. I caught her studying witchcraft. There was a book. I don't know where it came from, and damned if I could get rid of it, but she would not put it down. Not even after I forbade it.
Now, why does Lammy Haskell suddenly spring to mind? And Deborah, too.
Right. Again, another crucial decision on what I say. If we pick apart his loyalty and love to his family, I feel he's just going to shut down. But if I revisit the past, re-tear open that wound of guilt, what would you do? Let me know in the comments below.
Though Deborah was innocent, you accused her of witchcraft. Do you deny it?
Deny it? I claim it. By law, she was no witch. But neither was she innocent. She was poison. The ruin of children. She corrupted my grace. I am a much changed man with the intervening years. Looking back, with the benefit of experience, I was entirely right and would not change a thing.
If I came to learn your daughter survived, if I knew where she was...
No, I have nothing to say to her. For me and all who know me, Grace Pennington is long dead. Think what you will of me, I care not. I did what was necessary, and I'd do it again. And that is all there is to say.
Okay. So he wants to know where his prisoner went. Now, I'm curious where she went as well. What is this? Wow, you can see his essence. Take a look back here, but...
He disowned her, but kept her portrait. A sick testimony of his love, or to his shame. Let's find her. Lammy should be able to help us with the ritual.
Yeah, I don't know why I went back here. I thought maybe I'd find something about Helen. So, on that note, we can continue these investigations in the next episode of Banishers, and I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm Seth on duty, and I'll see you next
Lovely
time.
man, really.